Right, so just a few words about the project. I've put some project resources onto Moodle for you. And sort of starting from the top, the final product that you and your partner will produce for this project is a poster. And to help to expedite the process of putting a research poster together for you, I've uploaded a poster template onto Moodle. It's in the form of a PowerPoint template, so when you download it and open it in PowerPoint, it'll open up with a blank file name. I think it'll just be called Untitled Presentation 1. And so I've kind of mocked out the different elements that you might want to put on your poster on here. You're welcome to kind of move things around a little bit and change titles and do whatever you need to do. But this kind of suggests the kinds of information that you'll want to include. You can use this as a template if you want to, or you can move it around a little bit if you want. But what your poster will ultimately have on it is, first of all, an abstract that describes what is your topic, sort of what research question did you and your partner undertake to answer in this project. And an abstract is usually no more than 3 or 4 or 5, maybe tops, sentences long, so that somebody coming up to your poster can look at the abstract and immediately have a sense of what you did, what was your question, and why is it interesting or why is it important. From the theoretical standpoint of your poster, I think it's useful to have a panel somewhere on your poster of definitions where you rigorously state what is the definition of the terms that you're using on your poster. So, for example, if you're investigating the principal axis theorem or something like that, you'll need to define what is a principal axis, what is a symmetric matrix, what is a quadratic form, whatever are the relevant terms for your project. To define those concretely and specifically in the definitions panel. It might also be nice to, where possible, provide a short explanation of the context for each definition, maybe an example or something like that to illustrate what exactly the definition is talking about. But of course, the main brunt of your poster is in the middle, in the results panel. So once you've answered your research question, what I'm hoping you'll be able to provide in this results panel is both a proof. So you'll have some statement of a main result. So whatever the theorem is here, I'm just going to write an example. If A is a symmetric matrix, so it's a statement of some theorem, then A has an orthonormal basis of eigenvectors. So some statement of a main result. And then, on your poster, you'll want a proof of that result. Proof, blah, 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 blah. Okay. So, a proof of your main result, somewhere in this results panel. And then also a worked out example that illustrates your result. Let A equal 2, 3, 3, 4. Then blah, blah, blah. So you have some concrete worked out example going on in the results panel as well. And because it's a poster, it pays, I think, to help make the information that's on this poster as immediately accessible to somebody coming and looking at it as possible. So I'm asking you to include as part of your poster at least one prominent graphic or diagram. So don't just have your poster be a giant block of text. Some kind of graphic or diagram would be nice to illustrate what exactly, either to illustrate the method of your proof, or to illustrate your example, or maybe a little of both. Have something that's prominent and eye-catching and kind of helps to explain your prose, a graphic or a diagram. And then finally, what other examples follow from your main result? So how else is your result used elsewhere, either elsewhere in linear algebra or elsewhere out in applications in the field or whatever. Summarize just a couple of other applications or results, or maybe even just other possible research questions that you could ask about this topic. And then finally, a references section where you cite your sources. So that your textbook source, your additional book source, and your journal article source should be referenced down here. I'll be asking you to use the Chicago style manual citation style. for that, which I've got some resources posted on Moodle for that as well, just so that we all agree upon a method of citation for your poster. So that's kind of the superstructure, and again, you can feel free to use this as a template if you like, because our time frame is fairly short. I've also posted on Moodle an example. So the last time I ran this project, had a number of different examples, but the one that I posted was called Enter a Matrix and Fly. It doesn't exactly conform to the specifications of this poster because we had a little bit more time during the semester to put this together, so they kind of did a bunch of other things with it as well, but that'll at least provide you with an example of what has been done for a project like this in the past. This project scoring rubric will kind of give you a sense of the different things that I'm looking for in your poster. So a portion of your grade regards the research question. Is it appropriate in scope? Is it an open-ended question? How well posed and understandable is the question that you were researching? Your sources and citations are a portion of this. Here where it says at least one source each for theory and application, just replace that with greater than or equal to 3 sources as requested. And MLA format here, Chicago. Citation of style instead. So just a couple small amendments to this document if you take a look at it. And then the remainder is how well you tie together. So what I'm hoping that you'll do with your research question is to take your topic and to tie together the theory. So this is the proof portion of your main results and your definitions. So that makes the theory component. Example, this is your worked out example that's a part of your results section. And then applications, this is sort of the other examples pane. So that we saw over at the upper right. So that's how these elements of the scoring rubric correspond to what you saw on the project template. So you can feel free to refer to this as we are assembling posters throughout the week. And of course I'll be giving you feedback because we're going to be doing a lot of the work during class. So I'll try to make sure that you're all on track with what I'm expecting here. And then the other things that I put up here are just a couple of links to places to find sources. So when we start working on finding sources today, these are kind of the 2 big places that we can go. First of all, the library on campus has what they call a Max Guide, an online Max Guide, which is specifically for mathematics citations and mathematics research. So it has a whole bunch of links on here, but in particular, if you're looking for books, this has some quick links to search the library catalog for mathematics text. Also, they have a link to finding journals and magazines, but I also included a link directly to sort of the canonical resource for math and applied math articles from the American Math Society. It's the MathSciNet journal database, which if you click on that, I don't think you're able to access this off campus, but as long as you're using a computer on campus, you should be able to access MathSciNet. So here it is. And let's suppose that I'm doing a research article on, I don't know, symmetric matrices or something. Then I might just try typing in, just putting symmetric matrix into the title field and doing a search. This will do a search of the mathematics and applied mathematics literature, journal articles for articles containing symmetric matrix in their title. And depending on what exactly it is that you're researching, you might also include other search terms in here. But then this will link you to abstracts of these articles. It'll also, in most cases, link you to the full text of those articles as well, which is what we'll hope for. And so, depending on what exactly it is that I'm researching, maybe I want to know about this second source right here. Whoops, that'd be the first source. Let's try the second source. Left and right inverse eigenvalue problem of symmetric matrices, an optimal approximation problem, whatever. That just clicking on the link that says PDF right here will, in all hope, bring up first of all, brings up a PDF copy of the citation itself. So when you cite this source on your poster, you can actually just use this citation, more or less copy and paste it. I think that even academics tend to do that. so they don't have to retype things. To actually get to the full text of the article, use the article link, which will usually take you off to another publisher's website, such as this one, where it'll give you the abstract. And the full text is available through this link up here that says PDF. Right there. And that's, in my opinion, the easiest way to get to the full text of the article. And here it is. And part of the real fun of this project is to be able to, first of all, locate an article that's going to help answer your research question, or at least to shed some light on the applications of your research topic, and then to be able to extract some information from an article from the literature like this. Reading math papers is difficult, even for mathematicians, so I'll be here to provide as much assistance along the way on how exactly do you take a paper that's as technical as one like this, and extract some information from for your project from a paper like this. So part of it is part of the challenge of this project is going to be just reading and extracting information from an article in literature.